That should be like. There's nobody here yet. I mean, what is this one? Oops. Oh, I think we're live here. So go live. Oh, it needed that. I got it. I'm getting it. I don't want to do. Oh, and then these are the comments. Okay. My mom's on.
Yay!
Well, good morning. Oh, look, a bunch of people are coming in.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. This is the first time that we've done this. And, oh, you're getting a call.
Sorry. Pardon.
So, welcome to the live. Feel free to make comments. We've got multiple stream services going on. So, this is on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook as well. We're trying to figure out all of the logistics. And sorry, I've been running around like crazy. Someone asked a question. No, not yet. But so basically, there's a lot of changes going on here at the motel, and the biggest change is sitting next to me.
Hello.
So this is Tami,
Yeah.
and we just want to talk. Tami is new partner, new business partner, new life partner, and so partner all around. So they'll become hi. So you guys will see more of her, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about her and some of the things that we have in the works. So continue. You lose, bro. I don't know what that means. But keep it all coming. Keep the comments coming. We'll try to figure this out. This is the first time that we've ever done this. If there's any issues with the sound or the video, please let me know. We're just going to try to figure it out as we go. This will all be uploaded to YouTube so that people can see what's going on. But here we go. We're just going to talk a little bit. We're going to meet Tami and talk about some of the changes, right?
Yeah.
So, Tami, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you come from?
Well, kind of all over the place. I'm not used to putting myself out there, so bear with me. Grew up in Southern California and then decided to join the Coast Guard. And that took me all over and wound up in Alaska, went to nursing school. I've been in nursing for quite some time, and I just took a leap of faith and stepped out of that realm and into this.
Okay, and you might see some movement out here or hear some things, but you bring some things with animals with you, a little menagerie. Tell us a little bit about your animals.
Well, that's Quinn. He's a puppy, and he's about 5 months old now. He's chasing Gunner, an old cat. He's about 10 years. And then I have Rocco right next to me, and then Coco. She's another dog. And then I've got 2 horses that are soon to be to the property. So that's kind of the big changes coming on.
Well, tell us a little about the horses. Let's talk about the horses, and then we'll talk about the changes to the property. So okay. Tell us about your horses, some of your horse experience.
Yeah. So with COVID coming on, and I was ICU nurse at that point, kind of brought me back to what's actually important to life. I was kind of on track for acute care nurse practitioner at one point, and through everything, I was like, what brought me happiness? And I just remember riding my pony Twinkles through a field of daisies and just feeling the total freedom. So anyways, I've always had a dream to rescue Mustangs, so I wound up doing that. I had no business doing it, but that taught me a lot. And fast forward, one Mustang, he's now training with a person that's hopefully going to be taking him into the endurance world, and goal is to do Tevis. That's actually up here in the mountains. It's a 100-mile race in one day. And then I have 2. One's a Frisian. His name's Aiden. He's absolutely amazing. And he's just, there's really no words. I don't know.
But he's big.
He's huge. He's 16'3", and he was a high-level dressage horse, kind of in the wrong fit. And I kind of was there and was able to give him a home, and we've done a lot of rehab and everything, and so he's doing fantastic now. And that introduced me to the Frisian breed, and so I wound up getting a baby. She was 2 years old actually last year, almost a day ago. Hit my year mark with her. But she's a Frisian Shire cross, so she's absolutely ginormous. But she's just gorgeous. And plan is to do some fun stuff out here in Smith, Nevada, and kind of go from there.
Well, so you ride this giant horse. Can you handle that, right? How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're big around here. So big life too.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And so just talk a little bit about the property. What are some of the changes on the property? So a lot of people know the property, especially the back half, it has really nothing. It's kind of collected stuff, or at least for the last few years. But it has been used for horses in the past.
Right.
And so it's going to be used for horses again, which I think probably a lot of the locals might enjoy, just have horses here again. But what is that going to look like out there? What are your kind of thoughts and plans and ideas for that back? And how can people engage with those horses, or can they?
Well, that's the point of it all. Is just I just have always been called to a sense of duty of I just want to be bigger than self. And so what I have, I'd like to share. And it's funny that our paths have crossed, because it's just always been a dream of mine, is to share the experience of horse. And so what that means is, we have the motel here, and in the back there's about an acre and a half or so that's usable land. We've got some work ahead of us. But what I did back home is I set up this, it's kind of like a paddock paradise. And so instead of stalling horses, they have a little bit more freedom. And so I'm going to mimic what I kind of created back here in the back property. And so we're going to have a big overhang, a big shelter, some cowboy panels out front. And so it's not only going to be a shelter for the horses, but we love doing live music here. And so it would be a platform for venue as well. A fire pit, kind of bringing people together. When we're not doing events back there, that's their home. And so I would welcome our guests and people that would be interested to kind of interact with the horses. There's definitely something special about being around them. It makes you be in the present and kind of forget everything else.
Okay. And some of the things that you had talked about, we talked about like having some areas for some snacks, right? Like feeding them little treats and whatnot.
Yeah, there's going to be a snack box. Haven't kind of figured out the whole setup yet, but they're going to be available so you can kind of interact with the horses, show you how to feed them to be safe. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We're in such a beautiful area. There's trails all around. There's a pack station right across the 395. It'd be fun to do some trail rides. There's always ideas about maybe getting a few other horses, but we'll see how things go first and just go from there.
Okay. But, definitely so you'd be open to having people come and ride with you.
Oh, yeah.
With their horses and
Yeah.
use the motel as a staging point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fantastic. And we are looking a little bit into what it might look like to do some riding up in the hills around here. So look forward to some stuff, or if you have some experience in that and know how to deal with the government that we need to deal with, would love some input. So just throwing that out there, but really bringing the history of this property back,
right.
Which was horses. There have been multiple horse families that have owned this property, including some local people that are doing amazing things like working in our school system that may have done rodeo out here, Johanna. Anyway, so but kind of bringing that little history back to the area, and I think for a big part, kind of connecting to the roots of this valley.
The roots, for sure, and bringing people together. That's the biggest thing. Kind of creating a tribe, bringing local businesses in and just creating that, getting out of the whirlwind of busy and coming back down. Also with horses, horse people know there's a lot of manure, And so pretty good at making compost at this point. And so we're talking about raised flower gardens and vegetable gardens, bringing the chickens back, having a few of them.
Yeah.
How far are we?
Oh no. Okay. So, let's talk about that.
Nothing's rehearsed, by the way.
Yeah. No.
We kind of talked and had dreams, but yeah.
We really love the conversational aspect of everything, so that's why we did it this way with the live stream. So we didn't have to script things out and miss things. But the idea is really just to have a conversation and invite you guys into the conversation too. I can see some comments.
Yeah.
And just this might be a good time to talk about that. If you have any questions throughout this, we have all of the comments up here right now. So feel free to throw them out at us, and then we can answer those as well. But one of the things I've been really interested in, and kind of grew up with that, like having a garden and whatnot. So I've been really interested in that as well. And so some of the things we've talked about is kind of setting some part of the property aside for some homesteading. What you want to talk about any of that?
Well, the homesteading, it's just such a big idea, right? So it's just getting back to basics, growing our own things, being able to provide, but then also creating a space where people could enjoy it and maybe even interact and maybe help. Walking paths, maybe somewhere where we can just, I don't know, have stuff available for purchase and you could sit out there and just gather, I guess what you want to call it.
Yeah. And I personally, and I think a lot of people see that there are people that are trying to get back to that.
Yeah.
And we want to provide a space that is conducive to that, a little, just what could be. And so part of, and we haven't discussed this, but part of my dream might be to get some of our master gardeners in here to do some clinics and talk about how do we treat the land better, how do we live off the land a little bit better. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, as many of you know, and so having a sustainable source of fruits and vegetables would be fantastic. But another big part of that, I think both of us have really seen the desire for people for experience, right? They want experiences, and people are trying to learn kind of how to go back to what things used to be, the way things used to be. So we've talked about some kind of cooking opportunities out here. Do you want to talk about some of that?
Well, you know our name. We're modeling an idea. The fire pit would be big. It just draws people together. But it would be nice to be able to have like little packs you could purchase, but cook your food yourself, but amongst friends. We've kind of looked at different models with fire pit and then little crosses to hang the foods and dry things out. We were talking about like maybe do a pig pick-in. I don't know, just food draws people.
Absolutely.
And so just networking and making friends and creating more of like a family vibe out here.
And if you were ever at all curious, one of the I don't know, chefs, influencers that's out there on social media her name is Sarah Glover. Check her out. She's kind of fantastic. But it's all open fire cooking, things that would have been out here, how people would have lived out here during the ranching days when ranching was really big out here. And so we want to kind of model that as well, but have it be more of a interactive experience for people. Again, I think people are looking for those experiences, and they either lack the knowledge of how, or sometimes they lack even the creativity on where to start. So we want to help people with that.
And we're still learning too.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're trying to create this blank canvas and like, hey, come paint your colors to it. There's a lot that we need to learn too. So, like we just bought a tractor yesterday.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So we have a tractor. We wound up going to S&W.
S&W in Carson City.
Yeah, they have phenomenal reviews. We walked in, felt totally supported. He's been in business for 22 years. And it was a great experience. It just, we're like, well, we need this much horsepower. He's like, well, what are you doing? Like, really picked our brains on what we're going to be using it for. And so that gets delivered tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And so we'll start doing things.
Sorry, just looking at some of the comments here.
CEO's schools very cool.
But at S&W, oh, hey, Ellie, so you know S&W. S&W was fantastic, and we were helped by the owner, Stan. And I tell you what, I have never had a better experience buying anything.
And Millie too.
Oh,
we have a dog.
Yeah. But it was just a wonderful experience. Very straightforward guy. Just how he runs his business is how I run my business, and I felt really connected to him. But if you ever need anything with a tractor or anything like that, I would say go up there. It's in Carson City, right off of 50, and we end up getting a Coyote.
Yeah, Coyote tractor. That's what they stock. It is Coyote brand. So.
Yeah. So I've never had a tractor. I'm very excited. So anyway, we'll have a tractor here on the property. But that will also allow us to get a lot of the changes on the property that we need to happen to get the horses here and to get the that space where people can interact with the horses done way faster than we could on our own. And I think some people, one of the things that happened when we ever really talk, this is totally unscripted. Totally, and it's already been a morning. So anyway,
just a lot of running around.
Yeah. So thank you very much for putting up with us. But one of the things that happened when I bought the motel is that I believe a lot of the customers who had historically come here, the regulars, really showed up and were questioning what was going to happen, what were the changes going to look like, what were we going to redo everything. And I personally, I felt it was very important to stay connected to those roots, right? Like this motel is, it's older than I am. It will be around longer than I am. It has a history. It has a life to it. And I'm, as much as I can, I've been trying to keep this life alive. But obviously with a new partner and some new vision, there'll be some changes. And so and this is new for me too. But what are some of your thoughts and visions for what this property could be like, and specifically maybe even like the rooms, right? We've talked a little bit about the back and the horses, but what are your ideas for the rooms?
Oh gosh. Well, we're gonna stick to the. I'm trying to figure out words. I don't think we should step away too far, but to refresh everything, get new flooring. The cupboards, it would be nice to kind of pull those down, open it up with like live edge shelving so we could kind of do things, have it more Instagram ready. Something cozy, but a tip to the hat to the Wild West, because that's where we're at, you know? Have the Western theme, but...
Yeah. Again, this is all new to me too. I love this too. This is fantastic. But I know some of what we're going to do. We're going to be way better at doing this stuff online. You know, we'll do some videos, we'll do some TikToks, some reels, just to point out a little bit about what the property, like what changes are on the property, what you can expect. So look forward to seeing some of that.
Quilts for sure.
Oh yes. So Ellie is kind of, I believe, kind of leads our little quilting group out here.
Oh, nice.
And Ellie, my mother, is on a different platform, and my mother also does quilts. Maybe we should kind of get you guys together. That might be really cool.
Have you guys done Quilts of Valor? I'm just curious.
I will speak for Ellie. Yes, they do
Okay.
Quilts of Valor.
Yeah.
And I believe this would be an accurate statement, is that they typically present them at the 4th of July parade down in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
But if I'm wrong, Ellie, just go ahead and let us know in the comments. But yeah, we definitely want to bring in vendors and local vendors and connect with local people that do some amazing things. One of the first things that I did here was found a local coffee roaster. So all of our coffee here is roasted up in Gardnerville, Nevada, by Blind Dog Coffee, and their family also has roots in the Eastern Sierra and done some amazing things. but we are also definitely, absolutely looking for other vendors. And so if that might be you, let me know. I have off and on looked for a vendor for soaps, and I've looked for multiple vendors. So if there's some things that you bring to the table, please let us know. And we would love to incorporate kind of your business in our business, right? Like it really does. We're going back. Takes a village, right, to do all this stuff, and it really does take a village to bring some life back to the community. And as many of you know, since the fire and since COVID, we've lacked a little bit of that life in our community. And I'm starting to see it come back here at the Andrus, but would really love to see it coming back to the entire community. And with some of that, I just want to give a little shout out to those people that are doing some amazing things. One of them is, I'm just going to throw it out, Jamie Sanchez. So Jamie, thank you so much for, I don't know if she's on here, but she'll hear about it. But thank you so much for the work that you've done. Jamie went ahead and got her a cottage food license and had been selling jam here. And the dogs are going crazy. And the jam is fantastic. And I've been selling quite a bit of the jam. But it just highlights some of the stuff that we do here in the community. And Jamie also has done all of our merch for this season. The shirts, there's some koozies. Yes, some koozies and some other little souvenir type things. But we really want to bring people in our community together. Again, there's history to this building, but there's this building, this motel. It's really more than the Andrus Motel. It is Walker and Colville, the whole Antelope Valley coming together and putting its footprint on this space. So I think that's really cool. Mm-hmm. Thanks for tagging. And hold on, let me look really quick. Sorry, it might look a little bit weird. Again, we're kind of getting everything kind of weird. Oh, we would love to see a quilt retreat here. Yeah. And so some people may not know a little bit about how the business here is run, but the big chunk of the business here is really, I would say, like family retreats, right? Like this is a lot of families, for lack of a better word, like it's their vacation home. So they come, they rent the motel out or rent a big chunk of the motel out and kind of take over. But one of the things that I'm starting to get a lot more of is like different groups coming in and doing their events, almost like a retreat. So I've had some church groups coming in to do church retreats. I've had some motorcycle groups coming in to do some motorcycle riding.
Weekend.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And we've had some motorcycle groups coming in, but we are absolutely open to retreats. This space right here, we've done a concert in here and we sat, I think, mid-20s of people kind of packed in. So not that we have a huge area, but there is a space for communal area. Oh, we've also done a photography retreat. It's been a few years for that, but a photography retreat where they used this motel, it used the lobby of the motel and used the big screen to post their pictures and do recruits. Oh my gosh, my brain is fried now at this point. No, they were doing critiquing. They were critiquing their photographs to try to make a better photograph. So the options are really open, and would love to have your inputs. I've been trying to get. This may come as no shock that I'm tattoos and I like tattoos. I've been trying to get a little tattoo convention down here, bring a tattooer in here for a weekend or whatnot. So I'm still working on that, but we are very open. Oh my gosh, my dogs are going crazy. But we're really open. It's really kind of the sky's the limit as what you can do and what you're interested in. But apparently we're going to be doing a quilt retreat because now there's multiple people talking about that.
Merch.
Yeah. So someone's asking where you can get merch. So I sell shirts. The website right now isn't really set up for it. I can add that to it. But if you give us a call, I'd be happy to get you a shirt and to get it off into the mail that out. That's how I've done it so far. But we'd really like you to come visit. Yeah. So with the merch, I do a new shirt every season. I think there was one season where I wasn't able to kind of get one, but would love to do that. So, but it's really kind of it's like a little momentum. It is momentum, but a memento of your experience here. So, would love to do that. Here's another question.
Okay.
So, a large room. What I have here is the lobby. I would totally kind of do a little pan around of the lobby. What we have. I am so sorry. That is my bad. What we have here is we have this room, and again, we've had about 25 plus people here, and in the room with seating comfortably, easily like 15. You could sit down in here in chairs and have some tables out here. I've got a large, I believe it's like a 60 plus inch screen up over the fireplace. That just with the smallness of the space, it's a really nice size to do. Honestly, like seminars and retreats would be fantastic. So we do have those options. As far as like a larger space, I've done some stuff out by the pool. Many of you have attended a pool concert out here, so there's opportunities for that. And we can create outdoor setups as well. So I've had, well, I thought this one was crazy, but I had a bachelorette, not a bachelor party, but a bachelorette party here. And they use a lot of the areas and kind of set their own stuff up, which was really fun and exciting. So that was really good.
Barbecues back there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Space.
Yeah, and we
picnic tables. And,
we do have barbecues. And if you, again, some of y'all might not know. So we have there's 3 barbecues on site. There's one big barbecue area that has 2 barbecues. It's got an outdoor little oven. It's got a Blackstone. There's a pellet grill out there. And then I have another little area set up by what we call the family room out here. So it's a large room that sleeps. It's got 2 queens and a twin. And there's a little barbecue set up right next to that, next to the pool, so that people can engage on a little bit more private setting. But everything out here has really been designed to drive people together. Like, we want the guests to know each other. We want them to make friends with each other. I have several guests that have met here on site and then planned vacations together later on here. So the place is really a place to come together, and that's what we're trying to create. Man, I don't know. I'm busy.
I do.
We've busted through some stuff. We do want to end, not right now. I want to answer some questions first, but we do have kind of an announcement at the end that I want to talk about some of the ways that you can keep abreast on what's going on. So we'll talk about that, but let me take a look at some of these comments to see. Hey, so eyebrow tattoo artist, I am down for anything. I have not had my eyebrows tattooed on, but someone may want to do that. I'd be happy to do that. I'm mostly in the American traditional tattoo world, so those are the people that I've been kind of reaching out to.
We could look into it, though.
But I would absolutely love to. And if you know somebody that might be interested in that, like, send them our way. They can slide into our DMs or give us a call. Let me take a look over here. Oh, so thank you, Ellie, for that. It can tell Rob. I would never have guessed that there would be a tattooer that is involved in the quilting world, but hey, let's talk. Would love to talk about that. So please let us know. Hey, and there's some other local businesses, Local Scoop. Hey, thank you very much. You guys do great ice cream. I hear wonderful things about you. So maybe we need a little outlet up here. Mm-hmm. We have some spaces that might go good with a ice cream shop. I don't know, but let's talk. I don't even know. I saw a couple get engaged. I did not see a couple get engaged while we were here, but I would love to know who that was. Um, do you remember who that is, Bambi? Like, if you can remember more or less if you can remember what room they were in, let me know, and I will 100% reach out to them. I know we've had people that have, I've personally watched. I've watched people come as dating partners and then get married, and now they have kids and they're watching their kids grow up. But as far as like their whole life beginning, oh yeah, his whole life beginning here, that would be awesome to know and awesome to see. Um, did we hit everything?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, we didn't really have a script to follow or whatnot, but that's good. I like this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Just thinking, yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess I can say this too, and I will. I don't know if y'all can see. There's a helmet and a jersey up there, but I have coached football here since I moved here, and just with everything going on in the life and the motel, I have stepped down from that. But it doesn't mean that we're not a part of that. And so, football has been a big part of my life, and a lot of people come here and ask about football and if I'm still coaching. So sadly, I stepped down from coaching this season, but I will say that they kind of surprised me at our school board meeting, and they gave me a signed helmet with all of the kids and a signed jersey, a game jersey from last season that I believe is still actually dirty, which makes it even more special, but all signed by the kids. But there's so much history in this motel. When you guys come in, please look around the lobby. And there is things that have been given to this space because people feel like it belongs here. But there is a ton of history about the area. There's a ton of history about fishing. I have a couple here that they have a memorial for their son here. This place has a life, and we feel a duty to keep that life going. And I'm going to give a couple more
music festivals.
Oh, music festivals. Where did you see that?
Next year, yeah. So, yeah, music fest next year, and then we have a music festival.
Okay. So I am. Oh, that's Kaylin. All right. Hey. So Kaylin is awesome, and Kaylin, we will be chatting with Kaylin, I think, sometime soon. But yes, we do want to do a music festival. That has been my goal since I've been here. We've done the concerts, and this feels like we're talking right now. But anyway, we'll just really quick on the music. So we've tried some things. So I've tried different days. I've tried different times. But just for some prep for next season, I believe that what the best turnout has been is on Friday evenings, a little bit later in the evening, so 7 or 8 o'clock on. So be looking for that, and be looking for people that you might want to come play here. But I do want to do a festival, but I'm trying to get to the spot. We're trying to get to the spot where we have music every weekend. And I think the goal will be to have it from on Friday nights from 7 to 9 or 8 to 10 or till whenever these folks want to play. One of my greatest music memories out here is the cops showed up and shut us down, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. So we're going to try to make more of that stuff happen. If the police are watching, we'll totally not make that happen, but we totally will. Like, we want to have some fun out here and bring some life back to the town. Mm-hmm. But a music festival is fantastic and great idea. And if you know musicians, have them reach out. So we've done almost all of the musicians that I've gotten have come off of TikTok or Instagram, and would love to see more coming through here. But though they have been really fantastic. So please send them my way, and we would love to talk to them and love to get them signed up and figure out how to do a music festival out here. That's like my big, fat, hairy, audacious goal for out here.
We're going to try to create the ground so it's a little bit better, like equipped to host more people as well. right?
Yeah.
Back there.
And I think in the future, we'll probably draw some stuff out.
Yeah.
So people have a little bit better idea.
Or just make it happen.
Yeah, or just make it happen. And we're trying to figure out how to make the customers that are staying here, right, feel like kind of VIPs in the process. So I believe that all the music is going to get moved towards the back so that you can sit in front of your room like it's a balcony and listen to the music right next to your room. So that is the big goal. Not even the big goal. That is what's happening next season. So all the concerts will get pushed back to the backside of the property. If you know the property, think right where the fish cleaning station is.
That's nice.
But so that all of the guests that have rented a room can sit right out front. They can watch the show, and everybody else can kind of be in the parking lot and watch it. But I think it'll be a much better interaction with our guests and a much better reason to come and stay and be a part of it. I just want to make sure we're pretty good on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this is probably, unless anybody else has any questions, and feel free to shoot them out. But the big announcement, I think, in all of this, I mean, other than Tami being here and which I think is amazing, and bringing this property back to its roots, we are. Oh, hold on. Here's the engagement. Okay, so this comment is from Karen Thomas. I hope that's right. But in August 2022, our granddaughter got engaged there. More recently, in August of this year, my niece and her guy got engaged there at the Andrus. Oh, that is fantastic. Yes, so that is fantastic. Please let us know when the wedding is, and we will totally send a little gift, right? I think that's fantastic. Would love that. And yes, Ellie, that is what we're thinking, a little music pavilion. So when we have that, we can either draw some stuff up, or when we kind of have a little bit better idea of that, we'll kind of show you. But I think we have a pretty solid idea of what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
And
things are already ordered. They're in the process of being shipped. So yes, like I said, kind of cowboy stalls, something that the horses can use when we're not using it, but something we can use. Horses will be in the background. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun.
It's actually going to be amazing.
I really think so. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah. Here's another little, a circular structure, like a gazebo. That might be. That's not really what we've kind of got in the works, but I'm always.
My idea goes to covered round pin. No. But we'll see.
But perhaps. So the idea is really to kind of grow the concerts, to grow the music. One of the things that you see in areas that have seen a resurgence, almost to the one, you will see a live music component to that. It gives people a reason to slow down. It gives people a reason to stop and engage. And so that's really what we're trying to do. And we're not so far from some decent population centers. As in Gardnerville, I've had some guests come down from Gardnerville to watch music out here. So we're close enough to Gardnerville. We're close enough to Bridgeport. We're close enough even, the Smith Valley and Yerington, that if we're providing a good product, I think people will really come out. So that's what we're going to try to do. Oh, okay. So Ellie said she'll be a regular horse manure customer, which is fantastic. Right. And I know there's some of you guys will. But so Tami has had a little bit of a business idea for a while now.
A little bit.
Yeah, and can you just, what's the name of this?
So it's just Horses Poop Lot, and it's always going to be there if you love horses. And composting, it was interesting at my last place, which is, I do have a TikTok, it's Range Shadow Ranch. And so you could kind of see my horses there if you'd like to. But some of the ideas with the compost, at my last place, I bought from Green Acres, which is a big nursery, and they really hype up their compost. And so I did a 5-year test between the bushes that I put up kind of as a privacy wall. And between my compost and Green Acres, the plants over 5 years pretty much quadrupled the size of the other ones. So I know it's good stuff. And don't use any pesticides or chemicals. It's all natural. I even blended in some of the chicken manure, some of the pine, my wood burning stove, some of the ash. And so the idea is being a poop fairy. And having a dump trailer, I could go collect stuff anyways, or deliver to local businesses if they're wanting good compost, and just be the poop fairy and sprinkle compost all around.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. It's just an idea.
So Tammy's the poop fairy. So if you see Tammy, feel free to greet her as the poop fairy.
Here I am.
Which will be fantastic. But that is, again,
it's all about the produce. So.
But it's all about kind of creating having this really be alive, the property to be alive. So it's one thing to come and visit, but it's another thing to see it in its glory, right? And to some extent, this property has been that way before, and it will come back. But it really speaks to the roots of this valley. It speaks to the roots of the people who are from here and who settled here, and for the people that choose to call this home. There's a lot of outsiders like me, and I kind of still consider myself the newcomer. I've been here for 8 years, but people come here because they want to be connected to the land and they want to be a little bit more self-sufficient, and so we want to be a part of that, and we want to help to do that with the poop fairy. So,
not just the poop fairy.
Not just the poop fairy. But if you didn't hear, so Rain Shadow Ranch, please follow her on TikTok. She's got some great videos of her horses. The kind of the equestrian side of that, a lot of it will be posted there, right? So what we're doing will be we'll talk about it as the Anders Motel, but that's the Rain Shadow Ranch is really going to be more of kind of the ranch stuff that we're doing, and kind of all be pieced together. But please follow, please like and share, because that's how we get the word out about some of the things that are happening in this area. And I think that was a good segue into what we're doing here right now with this live stream. So this isn't the only live stream that we're going to do. So we are officially announcing, right,
yes,
that every Tuesday morning from 9 to 10, we will have Tuesdays with Tami and Steve. And the reason being, I will say this. When I came to this town, I had never been in this area. I had never been on 395. I came here, and really when I was coming down from like Leviathan Mine Road, and you can start to see Mount Patterson and the Sisters, and you're dropping into Antelope Valley after Topaz, I just fell in love. I fell in love with this place. And when I moved here, then started to see how even more spectacular it was. The pine nuts are a hidden gem, absolutely hidden. The Carson Iceberg Wilderness area, hardly anybody goes, and it is stunning. These mountain passes that people are terrified to drive, but they're just gorgeous. And then you start to meet the people. You start to meet the people like Kalen, coming out here and his love for motorcycles, and Dustin, who did the last little motorcycle group this last weekend. And they all have stories. And then people like Ellie Fuller, who does the quilts and does the quilts for the veterans, and this town, it is a village, and people come and they come together, seeing how people helped each other after the fire. But there are stories here, and no one is telling the stories. We have a gem of a community. I love this place, but no one is telling our story. So Tuesdays with Tami and Steve is going to be an opportunity for us to tell those stories. What's happening in our community, what's coming up, what are the things that you can do, and so that is what's happening here. So this is the first of a weekly podcast talk show. Yeah. I think the best way, I know this is going to date me, but that's totally fine.
Oh no.
But Regis and Kathy Lee, right? So Regis and Kathy Lee It was lighthearted and fun and positive, and talked about the good things that were going on in the world. We see too much negativity. We see too much drama and tension. But we want to bring something that's fun and lighthearted and talks about the spirit of this area and talks about all of the cool things that are happening out here. So we want to do that, and we want to bring that to you, and we want a good vehicle for people to be able to share that information with their friends and family and people in the know. Like I love this town. I have seen it in better days, and I want to see it return to the town that it was when I was the newcomer here. And we feel like telling those stories is the way to make it happen. You want to speak to that? She loves speaking on social media.
It's new to me. He's bringing me out of my shell. I tend to kind of self-isolate, and I'm more with my animals. But I don't know, just the visions that we've talked about, and just bringing life back to this area. You can feel it. It's palpable. One of the big things I'm interested in is helping people like live in the present to self-heal. I mean, I was in the healthcare industry for quite some time, and I tend to catch people at the end where their coping mechanisms have failed, either mentally, physically, whatnot. And so I'd like to be able to catch those folks before it gets to that acute side. That's the big thing that I've learned with the horses. And I just want to share that with people. So I think incorporating local artists, and art is so many different mediums, right? There's food, there's three-dimensional, there's oil. I mean, there's every quilting. And just expand your horizons and just explore these mountains. One of the things we talked about is like maybe we'll go on some hikes and just kind of share where we went, and like all the things that we're going to be doing around here. We'd like to like maybe like have little segments of like, hey, this is what we did with the tractor today. Interview Kaylin and Dustin and post that so you can meet folks that are in your local valley.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a journey.
and I know this is a little rough. We'll tighten it up a little bit as we get to go as we move forward through this. This is it's a skill set that neither one of us really have. I've never really done any of the live streaming. This is brand new, and we're trying to work on some of the technology to it so that it is all on one space. Like right now, I have 2 web browsers open, and my phone is propped up on a laptop. So I know you can't see it, but it's a little chaotic, but we're working on that. If anybody has any technical expertise in this, please let me know. If anybody from town wants to be a part and help with some of this stuff, we would love to do that. Kaylin, you just mentioned, the whole town is ready for a glow up, and I believe that. Yeah. I've been watching it happen. I've been seeing the people who are coming down there, they're ready for it. And what I see is no one's really providing this, right? Like people are still stuck in the kind of the tourism where you kind of show up and you do your own thing, and there's not really many people that are there's nowhere that's really trying to gather the whole community together and say, we've got this together. So that's what we want to do. What does that say? Oh, my device is overheating, right? So it's okay. Things might shut down here in a second. There's a couple more. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the comments. But this is like this motel is bigger than us. This Tuesdays with Tami and Steve is bigger than Tami and Steve. So if you are interested in talking about what you're doing, Kaylin, Ellie, Jamie Sanchez, please let us know. We want to have you out here. We want people to know what you're doing, right? Like we want to tell your story. Yeah. And so reach out. If there are things that you do out here that you say, look, this is where my heart is drawn in this community, let us know and let's talk about it. We don't have local newspapers anymore. Yeah. We don't have really local TV anymore. We don't have anything, but we have this. We have this social media that can help us to talk about those amazing things, and we'd love for you guys to be a part of it. So, unless okay. So Ellie's down to meet with you and chat.
All right, sounds good.
So, but feel free, if you're a local, come on, drop by. Come and say hello. Tammy, the Poop Fairy, would love to chat with you and would love to, develop some relationships here. As you know, this place can sometimes be a little bit, isolating. We're out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of people do their commerce and their entertainment up in Gardnerville. So this becomes kind of a little bit of a hole. And we don't want it to be that. Like, we want life. We want vibrancy. We want people connected and engaged. So keep coming back. Keep watching this. We made it almost a full hour.
Yeah.
I know, that's crazy. I love the interaction. We're going to help keeping this grow. But as of this right now, we're going to kind of sign off. I actually have a meeting to attend here in a couple of minutes. But thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you so much for the local. I announced this last week, and I have never been asked so many questions about, what is happening? What's going on at the Andrus? People are excited, and I think they're excited for some change. I'm excited for some change.
Yeah.
I'm excited to not be doing this here alone anymore. Like, it is fantastic. And so thank you for being a part of this. And with that, I'll say, see you next Tuesday. Bye. We're still going. This is behind the scenes.